Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas. And today's video, I'm going to talk about the winners of my Oscar prediction contest that I had on my channel about the Oscars, which happened this last Sunday. We had the, I think, 96 Academy Awards. And before I get into that, just a little behind the scenes information. It's been a real crazy week for me. Last Thursday, the power went out in my house. I didn't have power for a couple days, and it was really, really cold outside. So it was a really stressful couple days, and I couldn't get to my car because my car was in the garage, and it was pretty bad. I was able to get the breaker to like turn off back on. Power came back on, so I was very relieved. Saturday, I got the power to come back on, but then it would go out again. So my power keeps going in and out. Usually in the morning, my power goes out and I have to restart it with the breaker. And so pretty much every morning I have to get the power back on. Anyways, and so I'm kind of in the middle of trying to get that fixed. And I don't know when it'll get fixed. I just know that there's a problem. My rental company knows it's a problem. And I just need someone to come out, I guess, and fix the wires in my breaker box is what's going on there. So yeah, so still an ongoing process, still been stressful. So I haven't been putting out any videos this last week, and I've had to cancel some live streams, unfortunately, and all this. So there are times when my power is on that I can do something maybe, but it's a little iffy at this point. So yeah, it's last Sunday, the Oscars happened. I was at work, so I didn't see the Oscars as they were going on, but I, of course, went on YouTube and watched a lot of the clips about what happened, all that, and obviously saw the winners and all that, and I put together this contest. So I have the results now of this contest that I put out. I had only 7 entrants in this one. And yeah, it was pretty competitive. I thought the top 3 did very, very well. It was very, very close in the top 3 contestants, which there are first and second, third prizes here that I will talk about. But thank you to everybody. First off, I really appreciate it. I enjoy doing this, putting together a contest. I wish I can get more people to, to join in on the contest. I suppose I should give people money to do it, but I don't do that a lot. I like to do more creative things. So I appreciate these 7 people, which I should say, I'll get to here. Thank you to all of these 7 contestants that joined me on this. I'm a big fan of the Oscars, kind of Oscar history, and I watched all the Oscars since I was like 10 years old, and read a lot about the Oscars and stuff. And it's always a fun part just to see who the Academy thinks is, the best of that year. Kind of go back and see what they did right and wrong and all that. And it's fun. One of the funnest parts is trying to predict who's going to win. It's kind of like what they do for the NCAA tournament. You predict who's going to win there and all this. So just part of the fun for me. And as a movie nerd, this is kind of like my Super Bowl in a sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna go through the 7 contestants, kind of where they fell, and yeah, see who came out on top here. And say I had 20 categories to predict, and there are six categories that were worth 3 points apiece. They were the big ones. If you can hit the 3-point ones really well, then that's how you win this thing. The people that did really well are the ones that got the 6 main categories correctly, which were, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. So you get those right, you can get 18 points in total, which is, pretty good. And then I had like 5 categories that were 2 points apiece, and then the rest were 1 point. So that made it a little funner. So it's not just about how many you guessed correctly, but can you get the big ones correctly, or worth more points than the smaller categories, which are more the technical categories for me. Anyway, so you can really get a bunch of points if you just get the top ones and if you miss the bottom ones. And some people maybe miss some top ones but get a bunch of bottom ones right, and so it makes it a little more interesting. But yeah, so coming in 7th place is my friend Adam from What the Gym. You came away with 19 points total, and you were able to predict 9 out of 20 correctly in this contest. So yeah, so you finished right at 7th, and just right below. Actually, you're really not that far from 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Actually, you're only like 1 point off from them, so you're not really that far off of getting higher on the list, Adam. But yeah, you're at 7th. Right in front of you is Ryan from Ravens O's fan, 89, I believe it is, or something. No, not 89. I don't know what it is, but Ravens fan. Yeah, knew him back in the day as Ryan RWR Movies. You came in 6th place with 20 points, and you were able to guess 8 out of 20 correctly. So even though you guessed less correctly than Adam, you hit some of the big ones enough that you got just 1 more point. But you guys are pretty much right there. So yeah, you got 8 out of 20 correctly and came up with 20 points. And I should say, if the tiebreaker is if you tie in points, I go with who guessed the most correctly. So that's kind of the tiebreaker. So 2 individuals that barely missed out and getting into the top 3, both tied for 4th place because they both tied in points and how many they guessed correctly. And so these 2 individuals tied for 4th place, and that is Norin from NorinRad89 and Mike from Did You See That? So you 2 unfortunately did not get into get any prizes basically, but you came close in a sense. You're right there. But you both were 20 points, so you had just as many points as Ryan did in 6th place, but you both were able to guess 10 out of 20 correctly. So you got about half of them correct here anyway. So yeah, so good job. You made a valiant effort there. I can't remember how many points are total, but yeah, you're in the ballpark. All right, so now getting to top 3, who all basically get a prize, which my prizes are just you get to have me do something on the channel anyways. So in 3rd place we have Abby Broadstreet, who goes by the young Gen Xer. Abby, if you know, is my older sister, and Abby actually got in 1st place last year. This year you did very well, got in 3rd. You very barely missed out this time, but Abby, you were able to get 27 points total, and you were able to guess 12 out of 20 categories correctly. So very good job there. And in 3rd place, you get to name a movie for me to review or an album you want me to review. So pick a movie or an album that you'd like me to review on the channel. And you obviously get some shout outs from me. So congratulations there to my sister Abby. Finishing top 3 2 years in a row. I mean, makes sense. We're from the same family. We both, are big movie nerds. So yeah. In 2nd place, and this is the first time I believe this individual has competed in my contest. And 2nd place is Ryan Swales, who has a YouTube channel, Ryan Swales. Yeah, I did very good. He actually tied with my sister in points with 27. You both got 27 points, but you broke the tiebreaker because you were able to predict 14 out of 20 correctly. 2 more than my sister. So you come into 2nd place on the list, Ryan. And so for 2nd place, you get to name a movie franchise that you want me to review, or you can pick a band or artist you want me to do a deep dive on, which is where I go through all their albums and kind of give an overall review of their music and also a ranking and all that. Which at the time I've done 12 deep dives. Excuse me. So I'll have to message you, of course, let's let you know what If you want to do a deep dive, I can tell you what 12 deep dives I've done so far. So you can pick someone I haven't done yet. Or you pick a movie franchise where I watch every movie in that franchise and review the movies and rank them as well. Knowing that you're a movie guy, you might want to pick that. Who knows? I've done one so far, and that is Harry Potter. I recently completed that, where I reviewed every movie in the Harry Potter franchise and then ranked all the movies and talked about that. So yeah, so that's what you get, Ron. You get the name franchise or deep dive for me. So in first place, this individual, again, the first time he's competed in my contest, and he did incredibly well. He ran away with it, basically, on this one. He got every single like big category correctly, and a lot of small ones as well, and very impressive. And this goes to Jackson from Horsetooth Cinema. It's his YouTube channel. And Jackson, you came away with 32 points total, so 5 more points than second and third place. Very, very impressive. You were able to predict 16 out of the 20 correctly, so only missed 4. That is really, really good. And they were only kind of the smaller categories that you missed in total. So yeah, congratulations to Jackson, this year's winner of my Oscars contest, and thank you for, again, competing in this. So your prize for first place is you get to name the next project you want me to do on the channel, which I will message you what projects I'm working on, and you can pick, which one you want me to do next anyways. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that and enjoy these prizes and get to get to choose what I'm going to do next on my channel. Not much, but it's all for fun. Just something fun to do. And I should point out, me total, I actually came out on this with 28 points. So I would have finished second in this contest, which second year in a row. I would have finished second last year. My sister Abby actually guessed more correctly than I did. So again, coming second in my own contest, I feel a little embarrassed that I couldn't do better, since I kind of pride myself in my knowledge of Oscars. And yeah, Jackson, again, just did way better than me. I mean, he got 4 more points than I did. I guess I'm happy that I at least finished in top 2 again. I was able to predict 14 out of 20 correctly, basically. And I'll go through this on another video probably. I mean, the big one that hit me hard, a couple of big ones hit me real hard, and that was missing on Best Actress, where I went with Lily Gladstone and went to Emma Stone, so that hurt me a lot. And then also, like, I went for Across the Spider-Verse and Boy and the Heron one, so that cost me some points. And also I went with Barbie on a couple of the technical categories that went to Poor Things. So I should have went more on to Poor Things. I didn't predict Poor Things for anything, basically, and they won 4 Oscars. So that hurt me a lot in this contest. But anyways, again, thank you to Jackson, Ryan Swells, Abby, Norn, Mike, Ryan R, and Adam for joining me here, and I hope we get to do this again next year. And yes, have a good day, and I appreciate all of you.